Vanessa, I don't know how you do these evening shifts at the hospital. I haven't started mine and I'm already exhausted. But thank God Tommy brings in those chocolate donuts. They really help take the edge off. But I've been eating way too many of them. I bought these new red scrubs and I can't afford to go up a size, if you know what I mean. Actually, have they had the meeting about the cutting back the shifts? I could use the time off, but I really need the money. Last week, my ankles were so swollen, I couldn't believe it. Oh, there's an ambulance. They've just pulled out of the parking lot. I hope it's not a big accident. I'm trying not to get too stressed out though, but I can't help thinking the boys are eating everything in sight. And David's trying to pick up extra shifts at the Home Depot. I mean, who would have thought that my husband, who put himself through college, would be picking up extra shifts to try and keep the lights on? Hi, Sarah. No, I'm just enjoying the 15 minutes of my break before I have to head back. I'll see you in there. What was I saying? I can't remember. How's your son? What's that cute little Spanish name you call him? I can't remember. I'm surprised I don't even remember my son's own names. Anyway. You know, I thought working at the hospital would give me a sense of security, but I mean, they keep cutting back the pay and hiring our rent. And I mean, like, would it kill them to hire our pay? And I mean, anyway, I have to go. Oh, the ambulance is pulling back in. Okay, I think there's going to be a big incoming in A&E. I better clock in early. Okay, I'll see you at the shift change. Bye.
Mijo, David, can you hear me? David, it's Mom. Hi, my baby. I don't care if you're 2 million years old. You're still my baby. You understand? Good. I love you so much, mijo. I miss your face. You look just like your father, which I always used to joke was a bad thing, but now I know. How's everything down there? I hear it's crazy in Florida. Yeah, we have a lot of cases, but you guys are just, it's Florida, you know? What did you say, baby? I can't hear you. The wind was blowing really strong. I don't care what your friend told you, which he better have told you over the phone, because you better be social distancing. Of course, he's different from Patrick. How is Patrick? Hi, Patrick! Can he hear me? I'm not yelling. I just want to make sure Patrick can hear me. What do you mean he's at work? There's a shelter-in-place order for a reason. His job can't force him. You have to tell him to leave early. I am a nurse in New York. That's essential. Oh, you're bored, huh? I miss being bored, mijo. I'm so fatigued that this morning I could barely put on my mask and my gloves. Thank you, by the way, for that moisturizer that you recommended to me, baby. It's really helping my skin with the irritation from the mask. Yeah, my hands get so dry from that disinfectant. And you know I take a shower here, so yes, I have to stay to help my other nurses. I love that you worry about me, baby, but everything is fine. I am just so happy that you're not alone and that you have Patrick. But when this thing is over, I want both of your butts back here with me. Oh, yes, you can. You're graduating in a few weeks, and then after that, you can come back to New York. Is your mother ever wrong? I need you to listen to me carefully, though. Black and Latin people are dying way more than anyone else. The government doesn't care about us, and look what's happening to our people. I see it every day, baby. It's not just in the news, it's real. I know that you know. No, baby, I'm not crying. Did you try the almond flour recipe that Tia Rosa sent you? It's actually good, and you know she can't cook. I do. I'm getting paged. No, I have to go. I'm getting paged for an emergency. Yes, I'll call you tomorrow. Okay. Be safe, mi corazón, my heart. Okay? I love you, mijo. Bye, David. Look after our baby, Andre.
Hi, as some of you know, my name is David. As I stated when I first started coming to this COVID-19 support group, normally I would never come to something like this before, but I think it has helped me out a lot more than I realized. Today is the 1-year anniversary of the quarantine being lifted, so I prepared a speech, a long thank you note. To my fellow attendees of the COVID-19 Q2020 support group, Brooklyn branch. Yes, Brooklyn presents. To my fellow attendees of the COVID-19 Q2020 support group, Brooklyn branch, thank you for your solidarity. The first time I came here, I was so nervous that my mouth got dry and tasted like metal, as if I was chewing on zinc. I was scared to take off my mask when I first came here, but the warm smell of toasted almond coffee and chocolate glazed donuts calmed me and got me to expose my bare face. The inviting smells and kind faces reminded me of my mother's voice. Many of you know my mom, Vanessa, who's sitting right there. Hi, Mommy. My mother's voice telling me, everything's fine, mijo. My mother won't talk about how brave she was, going to work every day in her red scrubs, walking past lines of angry protesters, and drying her hands until her skin was raw and cracked from the disinfectant that she could use to test people for the virus. My mother's muscles fatigued from the longest and scariest days of her medical career. While my mother was having every meal and taking showers and taking naps between helping patients, I was complaining about being bored. I knew better than to take my mother for granted. But I did take the blessing of the outside world for granted. No theater, no clubs, no gym, no basically anything was open. When are they gonna open up outside? We all joked about it. But we didn't realize that social distancing and the shelter-in-place order were the ultimate timeouts that were needed. Some of us needed to find time for ourselves, find peace, find forgotten friendships, find new family ties, and in my case, find my husband. Sorry, Patrick. He hates attention. He was social distancing long before any of us. I want to thank you all for your support, and I want to thank my dad. My dad was taken from ICE. He was taken into ICE custody starting the beginning of the COVID-19 quarantine. Mistakenly, due to apparent racism and prejudice, he died in 3 weeks. My mom told me he was fixing the kitchen table when the cough started. He finished the table, by the way. My father taught me 2 things. One is, if you have love inside you, you are not alone, because God is where love is. The second was to be like an eagle and fly from those who wish to harm you, and fly to those who you love. To my COVID-19 Q 2020 Brooklyn branch, I fly to you. Thank you.